What is going on, everybody? My name is Didier, and welcome back to the second channel, where today we are continuing our Let's Play of Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we finally entered the Shadow Pokémon Lab here in the middle of the desert. We explored around a little bit, we got some cool items, and we fought some trainers, and we had access to this door down here with the Down Saint key, and that's the way we're going to head this way. Of course, we're going to get stopped by a trainer right off the bat. Let's go right into it. Let's get into a battle. Lair. Well, we are technically in the Shadow Pokemon's lair, so, you know, that is accurate. Also, before I forget, in between episodes, I did indeed look up what Pokemon I use. If you're just now watching this one and you didn't watch the last one, I was going over the very first team I ever used in Pokemon Black and White 1, and I could not remember what it was. Or Pokemon Black and White 2, excuse me. I will recite my Pokemon Black and White 2, my Black and White 1 team all day. My Pokemon Black and White 2, the first time we ever beat the game, the team that I used, I was Pignite, Magnezone, Haxorus, Amoonguss, Jellicent, and Bouffalant. Bouffalant was the other one. That's the one I could not remember, but I finally remembered it. If anybody's curious, my original Black and White 1 team is Serperior, Stoutland, Usharna, Darmanitan, Zebstrika, and Swanna. Which I love that team. It's one of my favorite teams I ever built. I've used that team in like 3 separate playthroughs. My most recent Black and White team was I had Pignite as the starter. I did not have Murkrow. I had Pignite as the starter. I had a Golurk, a Galvantula, a Seismitoad, he was fun. I think that was the Leavanny team. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know how to think about this. Anyway, Murkrow is a Shadow Pokemon that we're trying to snag. Murkrow, much like a lot of the Pokemon around it, is not bad, but it's also not very good. It is a mixed attacker, has the stats to back it up. It's got an interesting type, Dark Flying. Like I said, has a decent stats to back up its mixed attacking potential. However, it just does not have the move pool being Dark type. Dark just is not a very good attacking type as of this point in the series. And it will not evolve, so its stats are as low as it's going to get. And it is pretty frail. It does not take hits very well. Yeah. Overall, it's not bad, but if it could evolve into Honchkrow, it would be an easy recommendation. But unfortunately, it cannot. So that is where we're at with that. I'm probably just going to go and cut ahead me not doing anything there. Let's just go and try to catch this thing. I don't have any reason not to. We also have 14 more Great Balls, so I am pretty stocked up. Let's Dragon Dance, I guess. Alright, 1. Okay, apparently not. We're going to have more of a challenge than we think. Actually, it'd look kind of cool in an Ultra Ball. I cannot, like, I physically can't do anything else to you. I don't have a status move to hit you with. Good lord. Oh my god. I did not save between recordings. I should have, but I did not. Oh my god. I almost just had the worst day of my life. Went ahead and saved while I was down there, and I also healed up again because Misdreavus apparently is unable to take a single hit without fainting. That's not true. I'm just kidding, Misdreavus. I love you. I chose you for a reason. I've been hired to tend to Pokemon, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. Or are you folks wanting your Pokemon too? Sure. So it's a shame, but they're all gone. They've just been taken away somewhere, every last one. So this must have been where they were holding all of the Pokemon. 1 DNA sample. Let's see if we can do something with that. What do you say to say no here? Well, that's fine then. They've all been taken away somewhere. Every last one. Oh, you almost... Well, nice job, developers. Talk about lazy game developing in the modern day. They didn't do anything except for change one line in that guy's text. Gee, I was almost like we went like a whole 5 steps without having a battle. Vanna? Oh, wow. Vanna White? Did anybody else, when they would watch Wheel of Fortune as a kid, did they used to think Pat and Vanna were like married or in a relationship because they always like... Vanna always came out with like her arm... Like, they always came out like interlocking arms and stuff. It was interesting. Anyway, we have the baby version of ourselves on the field right now. And no, I'm not talking about Zubat being the baby of Misdreavus. Although that's not entirely false, I guess. I mean, obviously. Pupitar. Hey, we have a rock type, so we could finally use Steel Wing, which I haven't had the chance to use at all. Safeguard, okay. Sure, don't really care. I can't use that on you, so we'll do that, we'll do that. Steel Wing is probably going to miss, and I would not be surprised if it did, but at least in the meantime. Okay, Misdreavus, I wish your special attack was better, but unfortunately that's not the case. Okay, Steel Wing actually hit. It did about half damage. Pupitar has a pretty high defense stat, so I'm not too torn up about that. Okay, I'm not switching out, so this is fine. Pursue is like a good move, but it's so hard to use in single player because the opponent never switches out. In Pokerogue, it would be like an absolutely insane, like it would be the best move to have in that game because all of the rival battles and like all the trainers switch out constantly in Pokerogue, which I've been playing a ton of recently. I'm like a borderline addicted to it. Although I did finally complete a run the other day, so that was good. Fortress is a Shadow Pokemon. It has very high defense, very high special defense, and not much else. It's very slow, and it pretty much just walls stuff out. So if you want something to be a wall, this is the one you're going to want to go for because you're not going to get much better in this game. Bug Steel is a very cool type. It's not very many weaknesses, and it resistances to a lot, and immunity to poison, which is nice. Like I said, however, you're not going to get much else out of it besides just being a wall. However, it actually has a fairly respectable attack stat, and it comes with Explosion. So if you want something that can actually hit pretty hard when it comes to Explosion, this might be the thing to go for. But that's pretty much all this thing is going... Yeah, it's going to take us a while to whittle this thing down. But you'll have to see... Yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. So its attack stat is pretty solid. Spikes is also really good. It comes with that as well, and that's actually really good on it because the battles in this game are long, and especially late game, the trainers will have a lot of Pokemon. So if you start with this and get Spikes set up, that's actually a really good thing to have. This thing is really good with the Toxic TM that we have. That's a very good use for... Oh my god, you might actually knock yourself out with this. Okay, no. You knocked Misdreavus out, because like I said, Misdreavus can't do anything, apparently. Otherwise, you're in pretty good hands, or pretty good shape. Like, all stay good hands. Not too worried about anything else, really. Scary Face again, just in case. We will do... Great Ball should probably catch you. Some of the battles we've had here in the Pokemon Lab, I've like cut out or been editing because they're not required. These ones I'm not going to edit very much of just because they have Shadow Pokemon in them. Oh, okay. I did save, like I said, so if you do faint, it's not that big of a deal. I just have to go back like one battle, so I'm not that torn up about it. But I don't have to be because I snagged you. Fantastic. went in and healed up because I feel like that's all I'm ever doing. And then I switched Miss Drevis out of the front and gave her the experience share to hold. And I switched up the party a little bit, so. So Miss Drevis very clearly isn't capable of fighting, so she's not going to fight anymore. Welcome to the Shadow Pokémon Lab. Thank ya. Leaser. Maybe it's like a foreign name. It's pronounced leisure. I don't know. Alright, Charmin and Croco, let's get the show on the road. Actually, a pretty solid counter pick, if you ask me. Ariados is actually not that bad. It is a early game bug type, which, you know, typically those aren't that good, but I think for what it is, Ariados is pretty solid. It has sludge. It comes with Sludge Bomb. Let's get that out of the way. And its attack stat is not really that bad. It's not going to get the best moves in the world. It's not going to be winning every battle. It doesn't have the best defenses in the world, but it's pretty mediocre. But I would rank it on the higher side of mediocre, if that makes sense. It is not the worst thing out there. If you just really like early game bug types, or you're really really want a poison type and you didn't want to use Quillfish or anything like that, then I don't know. You could do a lot worse than this. I like how it. I almost said a bad word, but I try to keep my YouTube channels family friendly. I like how it poops on us, for lack of a better word. Alrighty. Grovyle can get flied. I can honestly probably just try to catch this now. It's not going to, probably not going to catch, but it's worth a shot. You are paralyzed, which is good. Let's try it. So yeah, Ariados, it's not perfect, but it's not the worst thing out there, like I was saying. It's definitely better than Ledian. I think for this game, Fortress is better, but it's just a better, like, Ariados is probably going to be a better attacker than Fortress is. Ledian is just isn't gonna do anything, so then like let's not even put Ledian in the conversation. Just like ghost types, there aren't a lot of bug types in this game either, so really it's gonna be those two if you want one. Catastrophically strong. Had a single antidote that we can give to Charmin. I'm also going to go and heal up Charmin real quick. Also, I did have revives this whole time, and I could have been using those, but I thought I'd save those just in case of an emergency. And it's not like that inconvenient to have to go back and heal, so it's not. I'm not really that worried. What do we got in here? A shiny on the ground, another DNA sample. Still don't have anything. So we don't have anything we can do with these yet. Can go this way. Find this on the ground. A forest store! That's pretty good. I'll take that. Is this the way we came from? No, it was not. I believe this is the way we're going. Yep, because we're getting battled, so that is the way we're going. Tanny. Tanny? Gramble and Vigoroth. Lots of vigor in this Roth. Granbull is a Shadow Pokemon. It's kind of crazy that Sugar Conroy's last two members of his team, he caught, like, back-to-back, essentially. Granbull is a normal type in this game, so you're not going to get the benefit of fairy types. However, that is good because normal types, I've said before, learn a lot of moves. And Granbull is not the worst thing out there. It's very slow, doesn't have the greatest defenses in the world. Could take a hit or two, but isn't going to be the too great. And like I said, it is very slow. It's going to be going last almost every battle. However, when it gets a chance to move, it is going to hit like a truck with a massive attack stat. Intimidate is good to help its little squishier defenses. And yeah, overall, it is decent. Like I said, it hits pretty hard. Having a comes with Strength, which is a pretty solid normal type move. Being a normal type allows it to learn a lot of different moves, which can help out too. So, yeah, if you want a normal type, maybe Ferret didn't cut it for you, and you wanted something that was better than Dunsparce, then yeah, you could do a lot worse than this. Checker Conway made it work. Nice. Dude, having Espeon in this game just makes everything so much easier. Where would we be without Espeon, honestly? In Espeon we trust. Alright, you gotta be careful because you could whip out a Shadow Rush if you're not careful. You are paralyzed with low health. This is pretty much the exact scenario we want you in. Honestly, I was kind of skeptical when I first snagged Swablu, but Altaria has been actually really solid, especially in this area. Like, especially in this area. Altaria has been in almost every single battle, and I don't think has fainted once. Altaria has just been really solid all around. Dragon Breath has been doing really well. I'm glad I taught it Steel Wing because it's been helping out a little bit. Fly has helped out when I needed it to. I haven't had the chance to like set up or use Dragon Dance really at all, but otherwise, yeah, Altaria has been, and Espeon is great also. I just haven't been using Croco because, like I said, pretty much everyone in here has been electric type, and that's just not a good. It's just He's been helpful when I've been using him. I just haven't been using him a whole bunch in this area. Mischievous has been helpful. She just has bad defenses and isn't evolved, so she just faints all the time, and I haven't been using Minnie hardly at all because she just got purified, and she's higher level than everybody else. At least to start she was. Everyone else will be catching up, and I'll be using her again soon. Odor Sleuth, thanks. I don't know why you needed to do that. I was like, why did Espeon go second? Because Rambo used Scary Face. Alrighty. Kind of sounded like I rolled R. Kind of sounded like Lion News Cry right there. My mischief is getting overboard. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a silly guy. I'm just a silly, goofy guy. Alright, we have 2 doors. Or 2 elevators. Which one shall we take? Let's take the right elevator first. Let's take a step to this very blue room. With this machine. Oh, go to the computer. It's a DNA analyzer. Put the DNA sample in. DNA sample was that of Quilbaba. Put the second one in. It's Bayleaf. So this basically just allows us to get the other 2 starters that we could not get before into our PDA. That's all this is really good for, because you can only battle one of the 3 trainers at the beginning in Fennec City to get the starter, so this just allows us to get all 3 of them into our PDA. Which is helpful, of course, especially for completionists. And since we are trying to snag every Pokemon and get the entire PDA in this playthrough, then we will want that. Is that upstairs or up the elevator? Oh, I don't think you were who I wanted to talk to. Go. Oh, well, you were. Oh, what else I was doing here? This is security. Why is the security doing their jobs? Because I've been beating all of the security, bro. Cotan. Alright, oh boy, Rain Dance Thunder strats. Well, the good news is as long as Minnie's on the field, they can't really do anything about her because she's ground type, so she will just not be immune to the thunder, and these guys will just have to suck it up. Yep, there it is. Alright, it's gonna have to hit Misdreavus. Misdreavus is probably gonna die from it. Oh, no, okay. Misdreavus can get out one more attack. Or maybe not because she's paralyzed. I definitely think Magneton is the bigger threat. Electro's just going to whip out another one, and it's just going to hit Misdreavus, and it's going to kill her. But I think Magneton, being just, I think, a better Pokemon than Electrode, is just the bigger threat. Kind of running low on Pokemon, honestly. I'll have to go heal after this. Problem is that I don't think Apollo is faster than Electrode. Yep. Krako would have been useless in this fight anyways, so I don't even know why I was about to mention him, because he would have just got one shot by a Thunder, probably. Luckily, Minnie is here to save the day. See, this is where if you had a Pokemon with, like, Sunny Day or something, it would come in handy. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I should have taken down Electrode. Magneton's gonna get on one hit. We still need at least 2 more turns before Electrode to go down. Don't have any more Pokemon plays. Ampharos! Ampharos is pretty slow. But Ampharos is just going to use Thunder. Electrode is just going to kill... Electrode is just going to... Yep, Electrode's just going to whip out Thunder on Charmin. So Charmin's down, so now it's just going to be Minnie against the world. But they can't even hit her, and she's just going to dig anyways, so... Alright, Yanma! It's your time to shine! Go get him! Wow, your heart gauge is actually pretty low, all things considered. Good job, Yanma. You took a Thunder for Minnie, so Minnie didn't have to. This is actually good, though. This is actually a speedrun strat, because it'll make this battle... It doesn't help that the rain animation takes freaking forever. Yeah, charge all you want. You literally cannot hit me. Really? Level 45, that's good. Okay, yeah, sure. Again, you probably only have electric type moves. You could have Fire Punch. I don't know if you could learn that at this point in the series, but you could very well have Fire Punch. Oh, of course, you can't use Thunder anymore until you use Rain Dance again immediately. That's fine. Yeah, try your best. Okay, please just hit. Thank you. Please just take it out. Ugh! I don't think that wouldn't have... I would have halved it because of Reflect. It would have been really, really close. Have to wait another gosh dang turn. This will help, though. This will give us some recoil damage. Okay, hopefully this will be enough. Please. Please don't be paralyzed. Thank you. Please. Please. Yay! Good job, Minnie. You took down the entire world of electric types because all they wanted to do was spam Rain Dance Thunder, which is one of the most broken strategies in Pokemon, in my opinion. Oh, crud. Yes, crud indeed. Wow, now you're stuck. There's no escaping the lab for you. Yes, he has done something very, very annoying and has turned the siren on. So, say goodbye to the epic music. Say goodbye to everything that we enjoyed because he just did this, and now it's going to just be this for the rest of the time we're in here. Actually makes it kind of hard to see, if I'm being honest. I regret my life decisions. Dude, everyone, it's too late now. We're finished with our research. What you're doing is futile. Yeah, sure. Come up here where I can barely see. Actually, I really can't see. Is there anything even in here? I forget. From what I gathered, there was nothing in that room up there until I get until I go back when the lights are actually on and I see something, or until I get a comment that says, actually in the copter corner, whatever. Anyway, despite what that guy says, we can leave the lab because we can come back in here and heal like I just did. And save, which I'm also about to do, because I think that's what we're going to end it off here for today. With that very annoying alarm, let's take some respite in the nice, relaxing, awesome music that the lab normally gives us. Thank you all very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you all in the next part, where we continue on to the Shadow Pokémon Lab. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all then.